Morning. Another school run, another week. Thanking God for another week. So today, I would like to speak on a subject which we kind of always hear about, what we have to do in our community, what we need, what are we gonna do, you know, with our young people killing each other, a lot of violence and things like that towards each other. And I want to say that in my mind, it starts with you. If you're a parent and you're watching this, it starts with you, and it starts with me as well. So when I say that, this is my little young man. Say good morning.
Morning.
On our way to school. This young man will not be a murderer. This young man will not take the life of anyone, of none of your children. Educational wise, this young man on my watch is going to fulfill his potential. At least I'm going to do my utmost best to make sure that he fulfills his potential. And with that takes a lot of sacrifices. The question I would put to you is, how many of the young men out there who have committed murders have got committed father figures in their life? You know, absent fathers is a big problem, not just in the black community. It's a problem in general. And I think that there's a big perception that absent fathers are the guys who don't live in the same households as their children, and the guys who just don't see their children and don't get involved. And that's right, those are absent fathers. But there's also absent fathers who live right in the homes of their children and they don't get involved. You know, the last couple of videos, I've been encouraging to talk to your child about your history, our history. I've been encouraging you to do the school run this week. But I want to encourage you that, especially if you're a guy, a father, a man who lives in the house, that don't think that because you just live in that house and maybe you pay the bill or you pay some of the bill, that's enough. And because your presence is there, there's a bit more than that. There's some nurturing, and there's some real important conversations that as a father you need to have with your children. So I want you to understand, as I said, this young man on my watch will not gun down or knife up or take the life. No way. And I take full responsibility if he does. And I will deem myself a failure if any of my children do that. Can you say the same? Yeah? For the young men who have committed some of these heinous crimes in our community, where are you their fathers? Where are their fathers? And so then I want to move on to the mothers, where I want to encourage you and also hold you responsible for finding male role models, father figures for your young men, for your daughters, so that your daughters can understand what they should be looking for as well. But also for our young men, which is what I'm really talking about at the moment. You know, the same way that you find the right hairdresser to sort your hair out, the same way that you might find the right shop to buy your clothes from, which is fine. The same way you have a responsibility to find a male role model, a father figure who can talk to your son and your daughter if necessary and teach them some real positive things. Because not on my watch. And if you're a father watching this, can you say not on your watch? Can you say that? And if you can't, it's not too late. Yeah, because I think there's a perception with men, because our egos are so big. And that's another subject that we could go on for a long time. That, you know, I've come this far and I've not fathered my child. I can't even go back and try and do a thing. Try and get involved. It's never too late. Yeah, if you're a big person watching this, tell me that there's not something that your parents didn't do to you that you hold against them to this day, even as a big person, no matter how big or small that was. So, you know, do you think that if you go back into your son's or your daughter's life who you actually hadn't been in for many years, that what's the worst that's gonna happen, I should say? What's the worst that's gonna happen? That they tell you how upset and angry they are that you wasn't there for them? Maybe. Yeah? And then what? What are you fearful of? It's never too late to get involved in your child's life, even if they're an adult now. Yeah? And it's never too late, and and you should never ever have a problem saying sorry. I apologized to you the other day, didn't I, for something? We won't tell them what it was. Yeah? Isn't that true?
Yeah. So
it's never too late to say. You can always say sorry as well to your children, because when there's no manual for parenting. So again, this is not to because I got told off by Jay Davidson the other day, and I'll make apology for scolding the young ladies who went and protested, because I called them dumb. So apologies for calling you dumb. I think it was misguided. Still don't agree with it, and I think that there should have been some kind of protest, but I didn't agree with it in that way. But that's my opinion, so I do apologize for that. And I don't want this video to come across as though I'm telling you off and I'm scolding you. But what I want to say, and the point I want to get across, is that the issues we're facing in our community starts at home. It starts with us. It starts with us. You're supposed to know where your young person, your child is. Your child is your child until they're 18. They're not even an adult. They're still your responsibility. That's it. Have a great week. Have a great day. Say bye, son.
Bye.